I created a lesson using Nearpod that is related to the standard S4L1. Obtain, evaluate, and communicate information about the roles of organisms and the flow of energy within an ecosystem. Develop a model to describe the roles of producers, consumers, and decomposers in a community. In this lesson, I will be helping students understand the role of organisms in an ecosystem, and I have incorporated some interactive activities and assessments so I can better gauge their understanding of this content material. In my first slide, I have provided the lesson objectives and goals that tell students what they will be able to do by the end of the lesson. This also provides them with a general idea of what to focus on throughout the lesson. In my next slide, I have incorporated a poll to gauge the students' prior background knowledge with this content material. So here they can identify if they know a lot, a little, or do not know anything about different organisms and their roles. The next slide is designed to provide an overview for producers. Here I explain what producers are, what their role in the ecosystem is, and I provide specific examples of plant producers along with their corresponding pictures so that students can have a better visual when referencing producers. This slide is the same kind of concept except with consumers. Again, stating what a consumer is, describing what its role in the ecosystem, and providing specific examples of different consumers with pictures. Finally, the same thing is done with decomposers. I explain what they are, what their role is, and provided examples of different decomposers with pictures. The next slide, I incorporated an interactive video that goes into more detail of producers, consumers, and decomposers. Throughout this video, there are stopping points so that students can interact and answer the questions, and this just kind of further enhances student engagement and gives them something to do while they are watching. In my next slide, I incorporated another activity where students can demonstrate and draw their own food chain. First, I provided an example of myself doing one, so they have something to reference and they know what the expectations are. And the next slide, this is a space where they can create their own. There's different tools at the bottom for them to use to personalize their learning and make it unique. In one of my final slides, I incorporated a quiz of a total of 8 questions. Here, I can assess students of what they were able to retain throughout the lesson. And my final slide congratulates them and reminds them and reiterates what they now know and have learned about the role of organisms in the flow of energy within an ecosystem. Thank you for watching.